Want to make the ultimate thick gravy curry goat? Come and watch this. This will leave your guests or anyone you cook for absolutely craving for more. So first we're going to wash our meat. You might not like to wash your meat, but I promise you it will make all the difference to the taste. You need to wash out all those impurities. You can see them all coming out there. Get some vinegar or limes or lemons and wash it out until the water runs clear. Then you want to get some curry powder, add that to your meat. I use 2 different curry powders. I don't usually like to use Tropical Sun, but that's what we had today. Add some all-purpose seasoning. Be generous with your seasoning. Add some black pepper. Obviously, this is all to taste. Onion powder. Then you want to go in with some garlic powder. Very generous on all the seasonings. And then you want a good glug of green seasoning. You can buy this in the stores or you can make your own. I have a recipe on that I will put on. So I used up the rest that I had left there. Then you want to get your onions, pimento seeds, ginger, garlic, peppers, scotch bonnet, de-seeded, and spring onions and thyme. I de-seeded my scotch bonnet because I don't like it too hot. You do it to how you like. And then you want to marinate all that in and make sure all the pieces of meat are covered. You can use gloves for this if you can't handle the spice on your hands. There wasn't enough curry for me, so I added a little bit more. And I'm going to marinate that in again. You want your meat to have a nice colour into it, just like this. Evenly distributed. Then, on a stove, I'm using high heat because it is a hob top. If it's fire, you'd probably want it on medium. So I'm using coconut oil. It just adds to the flavour of the food. You can use any other oil, but this is the one I like to use. Quite generous with that as well. Then you want to burn some curry in that oil. When I say burn, I don't mean literally burn it, just a light bubble, as you see there. And then you want to get some more fresh seasoning to fry up. So the garlic, peppers, thyme, and onion. And then you fry that up. So you'll prep all of this beforehand just to make your life a lot easier and run smoothly with the timings. So you want to fry that up, make sure all those onions are separated so that they're frying and getting all those lovely flavours out of them. Until they're all coated in the curry powder. Then you want to start adding your meat. Now my Dutch pot is quite large, so this is 1.5 kg of meat, so I can fit that in there and know that they're all going to be evenly cooking. Do not waste this. You want to get your boiling water, so put the kettle on, and we're going to use that later. So we're going to sit that in the pot for about 5 minutes. Now the kettle's boiled. I'm going to fill that bowl and get all of those seasonings off the edge there. After 5 minutes, come back, turn your meat so that it's evenly cooking. Give every side a chance. Give it a good stir. That's it. Put the lid back on and leave it for another 5 minutes. You can see here all that flavouring that we've got. We don't waste any seasoning around here. So you chop up your potatoes and carrots and have them ready to just throw in. As you can see, it's starting to spring its own water now, so we're going to keep turning it. So it's been 10 minutes now. We're going to give it another 5 minutes. So 15 minutes just letting it spring its own water. This is all just going to help to add to the gravy, this thick gravy that we want. So we have a look now. You can see the water dripping off the top of the lid there. and how much water it's actually starting to spring by itself. This is all going to add to that lovely, lovely gravy. So give that another stir. Oh, look at that. Amazing. That is when you know you're going to have a nice, tasty, full of flavour curry goat. So that water, we're going to add that. It's still hot. It's really important that you don't put cold water in there because you stop the cooking process. So that was just warm, but I keep the kettle boiled to add water as we go along. So we just want to make sure that all the meats are covered with the water. Put the lid back on for another 5 minutes. And then take it out, give it a good stir. You just want to make sure that all sides of the meats are getting cooked in the water. You can see the water starting to thicken up there as well already. And these bones, it's really important to have bones in your curry goat because it adds so much more flavour to that gravy. So as you can see there, it's already starting to thicken out. Look at that, really thick. So I boiled the kettle again because it's reduced, the meat's not covered, so I'm going to add a good glug of more boiling water just to make sure that all the meat is evenly covered. But don't fear, this will reduce it again. So we've always got to keep that kettle nice and hot. That's it. Make sure it's all evenly covered there. And pop that lid back on again. It's a labour of love cooking curry goat. You do have to be at that stove continuously. So now that meat has fallen off, I know I'm going to give it a try, but I know that now the goat is ready, so that means I can add my carrots and potatoes. So that's been on for about 2 hours. Now I'm going to add the carrots and potatoes, add a little bit more water, just a tiny bit, just to make sure that it's got enough water for them potatoes and carrots to cook. And you're only going to cook that for about another 15 minutes. The pot is so hot that it won't take long at all. And that is almost ready. Once I see the edges of the potatoes start to soften, then I know that the pot's ready. Look at that thick gravy. Can you see that? My mouth is watering watching this back right now. Absolutely perfect. Shove that on some white rice and some plantain on side. Freeze it. Freeze it in the freezer. And then you've got curry goat to heat up with rice whenever you want.